Okay, HB. Today we're with the mayor of Huntington Beach, Connie Boardman, out in front of the Whole Foods Market here at Bellaterra in Huntington Beach, and we're days away, Mayor,
yes,
from going from, well, these or those to
these.
And, you know, it's been a controversial subject at best, and I thought maybe we can walk people through this and what's happening in just a couple days.
Sure. So on November 1st, large grocery stores, markets will no longer be providing the plastic bags. You'll need to bring your own. You can buy a paper bag for a dime, or you could just choose not to use a bag, which in other cities where this has been enacted, that's what a lot of customers choose to do, especially if they're only going in for a few things.
Yeah, that's true. So it just depends on the person. But take us back a few years now that it was once paper versus plastic, and plastic versus paper.
Right. Both of us are old enough to remember when plastic was not an option. And then when they were introduced, we kind of had to be talked into using them. They were flimsy, they're thin. And then it became paper or plastic, and then suddenly the paper bags got kind of hidden under the counter, and we got more and more used to the plastic bags.
Right. Now let's be clear about this. This isn't an anti-business measure. Businesses didn't come out and say this or anything. This is an ongoing movement. About 70 cities now or something. This is an ongoing movement,
right.
Mayor.
And there have been legislation introduced at the state level to try to require reusable bags throughout the state, and those haven't passed. So city by city, and it's typically a lot of coastal cities who see the pollution firsthand that enact the ordinances. But hopefully, by the time we get 80, 100 cities enacting these ordinances, there'll be enough political will to adopt it statewide, and then we can make a real dent in the amount of plastic pollution that's ending up in our oceans.
Right, so the businesses are not the bad guys here necessarily, but an ongoing movement throughout California and probably throughout the nation, actually, Connie. Right?
Well, right. The businesses, the grocers associations are not opposed to these ordinances at all. Plastic bags are, of course, an expense for them. And by having their patrons come in and use reusable bags, it cuts down on cost, on a business cost for them.
But it's costly to us as a community, being a coastal city, as the mayor mentioned. Why are these so darn bad?
Well, the problem with the plastic is that when they get into the ocean, they float, and animals like turtles mistake them for jellyfish, which is what turtles eat. So they'll eat them, and the plastic will kill it'll impact the digestive system, make the animals starve, and it will kill the turtles. As they degrade, they break into smaller and smaller pieces, and then fish eat them. And so the chemicals from those plastics get into the fish, get eaten by bigger fish, and can enter our food chain that way. The other thing this plastic does is when there's real low levels of chemicals like DDT or PCBs in the ocean, chemically, those chemicals are very dissimilar to water, but they're more similar to the plastic, so they glom onto the plastic. And there have been studies to show that the level of toxins on these little pieces of plastic can be 100,000 times higher than in the surrounding water. So then a little fish comes by and eats it, and it's consuming a much higher amount of toxins than it would otherwise. So it's an ocean health issue, it's a litter issue, it's a public health issue.
Right. And an issue that came up with these bags is that you got to wash them once in a while, right? I mean, you want to maintain these new bags.
Well, sure, and especially like the canvas bags you can easily wash. These can be easily rinsed out with soap and water. Okay. But the other thing you got to keep in mind is the ordinance doesn't affect the smaller produce bags or the bags you can put around meat. So you're not going to get as much cross-contamination because you can still cover your chicken with a plastic bag. You can still cover your apples with a plastic bag. And that way, as they're mixed around in this bag, just like as if they were mixed around in one of those bags, right, after you've purchased the product, they're not going to get contaminated.
Right. And the smaller stores, too, based on gross amount and volume, are not even affected by the plastic bag ban.
Right.
Is that correct?
Right.
Yeah. So it's all about moving towards the future and taking care of our community as a whole, Mayor.
Mm-hmm. Well, sure. And the people of Huntington Beach have always been really supportive of a clean ocean, high quality of life with low litter, and clean beaches. And this plastic, one of the reasons that it even came to the council was because the council member that brought it forward is a sailor And sailors report that this is the most common kind of trash they see in the ocean.
Oh, amazing. And nice bag here. I think this is one of the first ones.
Right.
This is an Albertsons bag, Huntington Beach. I see those all over the place.
Oh yeah, I mean, look at the artwork on this. It's really a cute bag.
Yeah, it is nice. And then, oh, the Bolsa Chica Land Trust.
Well,
How do
yeah.
we get this bag here, I wonder?
Lots of, I don't know, but lots of organizations have their own bags. They use them as fundraisers. So, as you purchase bags like this from a nonprofit, you're helping the nonprofit and providing yourself with a reusable bag.
Exactly, and there's more, of course.
Oh, yeah.
This, I think, is a Whole Foods
Yep,
one.
this is a smaller one. I use this to bring my lunch to work, as well as, small when I'm just going after a couple things. And then Trader Joe's has these ones that are kind of insulated so that, if you're buying cold stuff, it stays cold till it gets to your freezer.
November 1st, ladies and gentlemen. And we appreciate this, putting things in context a little bit more about this very important issue.
Well, you're very welcome. Happy to do it.
November 1st, goodbye and
Hello.
hello. Okay, HB, let's take a look at one of the fastest growing business models going on today. We're at the beach. We're in the sand of Huntington Beach with Beach City Sports. That's right. We've got Brooke and Sam, and this is cool. We're getting out, we're being social, and there's a business connection to the whole thing.
Yep. Yes, it is.
Absolutely. We try to stay as organized as possible, but really give it that beach feel, having a good time, getting out on Saturday, something to do, ton of people, good friends, great weather, and once again, an organized model to actually keep people coming back.
That's right. So we actually have today, we have football, but you do other sports too, right?
Yes, we do beach soccer, men's basketball, and co-ed dodgeball.
Now let's see how we get connected now to the business model. Sam, explain how we connect to businesses.
Well, what we like to do is, since we have such a nice audience and a local audience as well, we try to help out local businesses. And this is where Brooke comes into play, by just making sure that we get their name out as well, trying to get them some sort of business, and really just getting people in this area familiar with Huntington Beach and basically Orange County, which we love.
Okay, so that means you have teams and you compete in a social way, and then you connect your membership. There's not a membership, but the people that come out to the sports with area businesses. Is that close?
That's exactly right. We have a platform. We call it our membership VIP card that we connect with other local retailers, restaurants, bars, chiropractors, doctors. So we're actively on the lookout for other local businesses and entrepreneurs that want to partner with us and take advantage of this huge consumer base that we've developed right here in Huntington.
Developed just, what, 2.5 years?
2 years. We're 2 years old.
2 years. Wow, amazing. This business model seems to work because you're getting a lot of a positive response.
Oh yeah, this is people's favorite thing to do every day. Hopefully you'll get to look around and you'll see we have 30 teams. It's about 350 adults out here on the beach every Saturday. And like you said, this is just one of our sports, so we see a lot of potential from here.
Well, there they are, Sam and Brooke, to one of the coolest new business models to hit Huntington Beach, and today hitting the sand right here in Surf City.